keep calling me. I said, move if you call me, please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh, my apology. They keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got a game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now I flex. While you dare look in the press, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you bet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They begin the drive with Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Packers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On play action, Lance. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Cook. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here we go, Brett.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Didn't yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Mahomes throws on target to Likely. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running on first down, Eckler. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Okay.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. You can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Austin Ekeler. He scored right down through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, play.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run the counter with Cook. They find some open field here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 30. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
10 cycles.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
On the set. Steal. Check steal. Cut.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go.
They try again with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this time he is in. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They run it again with Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get it inside the 20, and he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. This is a counter play, Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man, it's caught. Thrust Steelers touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost him 6 points.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. They go in formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Certainly where they started.
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it out.
Every receiver's touch everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Desperation time here. Lance. And my goodness, another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the back.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
This one, Charles, you have to think all the way over.
I agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. What looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield, here's Lance. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Myers for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is...
He's got a man. Complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 67 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Packers are right back in this football game. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team, because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
On first down, Lance. That's going to be caught by Tony.
And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
In motion, Hill.
Lance now on first down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad play.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now.
Pen back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Throwing now is Lance.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team right.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I was on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end,